away from his opponent, and time to have another shot. He had one of those in the first half.
Blagojevic does exceptionally well here, and he chose the right option, saw the way to goal open, sets for that shot, but unfortunately the execution left a little bit to be desired.
Blagojevic, rated as one of the great talents in Australian soccer. Play by Marcy, but he's got to go and chase his own ball. Assuming they're down Shalb. Sent off in the 4th minute. Maybe a little bit too far by Zelic. In a good contest there with Naya, but well by Longo. Of Masllagi. Strength from Markovski. In fact, he's pushed off the ball. Lorimer does well, getting support from Masllagi. Jope, marked by Blagojevic. By wheeling round and shaking hands with Blagojevic, who put out his hand. The Refenes, cleansed by Naya, very high. And missed by Fijian captain in Kinney. Tony Vidmar for Markovski. Use of the body. Danger for Fiji. Blagojevic to the byline. The ball's gone over the back. Just. So all quiet on the Fijian bench. Their bench players who have been warming up a moment ago. I wonder if they're talking about a substitution. Zelic. Damian Mori hitting it low into the penalty area. Jope under pressure from Blagojevic. Done by Jope. Mori across. Blagojevic. Knocked off the ball by Lorimer. Free kick will go to Milan. Blagojevic. He's having an outstanding game.
Good work there by Damian Mori. Releases Blagojevic, a great turn inside here, beats his man hands down and taken out with the shoulder challenge.
Markovski's the target. Masllagi coming back from Tony Vidmar, who's annoyed with himself because normally he strikes them very well. Tony Vidmar, who scored the opening goal in the 34th minute.
It's a free kick really coming to no avail, but falling to Vidmar there on the edge of the box, and shape was awful there, nowhere near the target. And as you said, Roger, a little bit annoyed with himself. He generally is a far better striker of the ball than we saw there.
And Blagojevic going down. Tackle coming in from Jope, who's going to be having a little discussion with the referee. I mentioned he had a yellow card already.
Yes. Oof, dear me. It's always nasty when you get a knock on the top of the foot like that, because it's an area where there's no protection. It's just basically bone underneath the tongue of your boot. Especially when you have to consider you have to use your feet, and especially striking that ball, it's always painful, and it'll always swell up before this match is finished.
Blagojevic towards the penalty area. Markovski's the target. Blagojevic, and almost a goal. His head wasn't injured. He was in fact very close to making it 3-0.
Once again, Markovski's prowess in the air, and Blagojevic making good ground to get to that near post. A good save by Iosefo.
Going down Steve Refenes. Kinney blocking his opponent. Really just preventing Refenes dashing down the left. Just the ball to Zelic. Markovski again is the target. Blagojevic. Good movement by the goalkeeper, but Blagojevic in everything at the moment. Still 2-0 to Australia.
And once again off to the head of Markovski.
Blagojevic again. As we look at Markovski putting it back to Blagojevic.
Good head down and a good turn on that. Not quite enough power to beat the keeper.
Lorimer is back in from Kinney, but only ends up with a Hristodoulou. Blagojevic deliberate leave. Little player was charging up the right. And by Jope. And Mori goes down. A bit of a roll over from the Australian. And Jope will again have another chat to the referee.
Well, let's see what Damian Mori using his shoulder there. Obstructs the Fijian player Jope, but it's a little bit unnecessary to carry on like that. Another red card. It's his second foul.
Persistent indiscretions from Jope, I think, has finally led to the referee in almost frustration to send Jope off. So in the 58th minute, Jope has been sent off. And Fiji are down to 9 men. So that really is a tragedy for Fiji, their coach and their team. 2 goals down, they're 2 men down. And the Australians go charging forward again. Switch across from Hristodoulou, Zelic. Refenes. Left for Blagojevic. Markovski, surely this is a goal for the Australians. He gets onto his left foot, and a brilliant save by the goalkeeper. That was a mighty blow from Markovski. A gallant save by Josefa. Still, it's 2-0. Vineshwar loses it, Refenes. Player running on the left is Tony Vidmar. Hristodoulou back to Tony Vidmar. Back to him, a calmness for losing the ball. Gibson. To Markovski. And this tackle coming time from Naya taking down Gibson. So the referee having plenty to do in this Olympic qualifier.
It's good work there by Gibson, playing that ball forward. Actually, it would have worked to Australia's advantage had the referee wave play on, but he's given the free kick. Let's see if they can work something from here.
Lots of instructions from the Fijian goalkeeper with the wall.
I wonder if Markovski will hit this one.
Going out to Blagojevic. Gibson's there, still in the penalty area. And a good take by Iosefo. So John Gibson very much in the play since coming on.
Good ball there by Markovski. Good work by Blagojevic to knock that one back across the face and gets a little bit scrappy. Iosefo no problems taking that ball.
Back in midfield. Mori, Blagojevic. Michalakopoulos. For Markovski. Mori a chance. Not quite. Now Damian Mori coming forward, almost picking up the third goal. Switch over to Blagojevic. Gibson running into the penalty area. It's a goal. John Gibson has earned that goal. He's done so well since coming on. Good team play by the Australians. It's 3-0 to the Australian side.
It's good ball there by Vidmar, but a lovely touch here by Blagojevic. Good running from Johnny Gibson and does well here. Keeps his head. Just knocks it over the legs of the advancing keeper. 3-0 for the Aussies. Good finishing here, but what a lovely ball in by Blagojevic. A nice soft touch, well executed.
Marcy
The Australians really have to work this advantage now, Roger. They're 3 up, they're 2 men up, and Eddie Thompson was looking for goals. You never know, they might need the goal difference after the away matches later this year.
Tony Vidmar electing to clear it back to John Filan, then crashed to the ground.
Another card by the look of things.
Naya.
Definitely a late challenge there from Naya. That ball had probably travelled 10 metres before he collected Tony Vidmar then.
As I could say, and then I've told you before, don't do that. But virtually tell the referee, and he's had a very hard job today.
That was actually, under the circumstances, I'm surprised he never got a red card. A 2-footer tackle from behind when the ball was gone. That'll certainly be Naya's last warning.
Mori. Australians offside. It might have been the players more in towards the penalty area, midfield area. All eager to get into the action. By Blagojevic, close to the penalty area. Milan Blagojevic searching for Markovski. Jope to keep it in. Good attempt by Vineshwar. Masllagi. Now that will be a yellow card. Now Markovski must keep his cool here because the referee would have spotted it. So Masllagi taking a fresh air kick at John Markovski.
Yes, Markovski was a bit silly to retaliate there. Obviously the signs of frustration creeping into Markovski's game. There was the initial challenge, but this is the bit afterwards. I mean, that's ridiculous.
So Marcy charging in on Vidmar there. This is becoming not out of control, but a most unruly game. 3-0 to the Australians. Captain Zelic back to having a 1-2 with Vidmar. Zelic searching for Gibson. Could be another goal. Markovski denied again by the goalkeeper. You wouldn't believe it. John Markovski deserves a goal. Great play by the Fijian goalkeeper.
It's one of those frustrating afternoons for John Markovski. Lovely ball there by Zelic, and Gibson does ever so well here to keep his head. Just a ball across the face of goal. Markovski attacking that back post, and I really think Iosefo knew nothing about that. There's the fourth for Australia.
John Gibson gets his second. Came off a couple of Fijian players. So the pressure really starting to tell John Gibson. The sub suddenly has 2 goals. That's 4-0 to Australia. 67 minutes gone, Australia 4-0. They're not done yet. Refenes with his pace. Barty in the way. John Markovski has been tireless. Turning around, having a yarn to the referee again.
Yes, he's really worked hard this afternoon, Markovski. As you said before, Rog, he does deserve a goal for his efforts. Throw taken from the wrong position. Now the ball's back in the Aussies' court. Longo's up for the long throw.
Goes Mori, rather Longo. Longo goes across. Does well, persisting. Gibson's there, gets it back from Michalakopoulos. Michalakopoulos for Markovski. Surely this will be a goal for John Markovski. He puts it across to Gibson. A hat-trick to John Gibson. It's a goal. Most unselfish play by John Markovski. But he wanted the goal, gave it to Gibson and rebounded off the goalkeeper. Suddenly it's 5-0. 69 minutes gone.
Yes, the ball there by Michalakopoulos, and as you said, very unselfish play by Markovski. He could have taken the shot. A good strike by Gibson, and for the first time this afternoon, Iosefo fumbles and it's in the back of the net for number 5.
Three goals in 6 minutes to John Gibson, coming on as a sub in the second half. I wonder how many times that has happened.
There's something interesting. The Fijian skipper Kenny's sitting down in the middle of the park. Goalkeeper's put the ball out. Let's see if he's injured or not. Carl Veart's coming on. Thompson's after as many goals as possible. It's Damian Mori, a striker for a defender.
So fine effort by Damian Mori, getting his chance in the starting lineup in this third qualifying match. Carl Veart scored a hat-trick last Sunday against Papua New Guinea. Long ball from Longo, Michalakopoulos. Goalkeeper's a long way off his line now. The goalkeeper
red card, Roger. Has to be a red card. And a penalty, I would imagine.
I can't believe why he did that. I just can't understand it. And the goalkeeper is off. And this is becoming a farce at Olympic Park.
He's waving the whole team off the ball.
So Josefa has been sent off after 71 minutes.
Absolutely ridiculous. No need for this. My God. Square on the chin. And I also got justly getting a big raspberry from the crowd there.
Netava is going to be substituted because they need a goalkeeper. They're going to take off Marcy, their one striker. On the far side, all the players are gathered around Michalakopoulos, who was knocked out. Well, not quite knocked out, but you can see what happened because of that punch from the goalkeeper. And I'm still mystified as to why he would have done it. I mean, there was no incident, there was no clash with Michalakopoulos.
Well, he's obviously received a cut to that chin there. You can see a bit of a scratch in the bottom of his throat there as well. Yes, the Fijians obviously realise they're not going to win this game, but it looks like they're trying to take as many bodies with them as possible.
Substitute Netava right into the action because it's a ball from Australia from the penalty spot. And Michalakopoulos can complete his second penalty. What an introduction for Netava. 6-0 to Australia. Michalakopoulos takes his second penalty successfully. 6-0 to Australia. Remembering it was 1-0 at half-time.
It looks this penalty has to be retaken, Roger. Keeper moved early, so the referee's making it be taken again. This is always harder on the guy actually taking the penalty than it is on the keeper.
Well, you wonder why the ruling, if he moved early and they put it in the net, why it doesn't count.
Obviously, an Aussie must have been inside the 10-yard circle.
Michalakopoulos gets the nod of approval from the referee. He's successful again. So Michalakopoulos scores his second goal, twice from the penalty spot. Yes, it is 6-0 to Australia.
It's a well-struck penalty by Michalakopoulos. Keeper really sure not which way to go there, electing to his right. Too much power.
Obviously worth the blow on the chin to take another goal.
Well, it looked like it was a nasty blow as well, because there was a fair bit of blood trickling on Michalakopoulos' face.
Fiji down to 8 men. Australia have the advantage of 3. Cleared away by Masllagi. And that's what it'll be for the remaining part of this game. Another quarter of an hour to go. Put out by Blagojevic. Wise with another opportunity. He's a delightful player, is Patrick Wise.
He's got some lovely touches.
Leaves it for his teammate in Barty. Is it a handball? Not so, says the referee. So suddenly it's back with Michalakopoulos, who was deliberately pushed by Kinney to stem the tide.
The linesman's come on to say something to the referee by the look. No. It's Michalakopoulos